Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Reptile Ramblings. I'm your host, Nate. And as always, joined by my photographically phenomenal co host, Mr. Bryant McDowell.
Hey, great allegory, Nate. Yeah, what's happening, Ramblers? We got a good one for you. It's been a decent saturation period from our most recent trip together, our most recent venture that out west coast, southwest coast, SoCal. So we like to catch you guys up on what we've been doing down there and after since.
Yeah, let you guys know about the California love we had out there.
West Coast vibing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was for just context, 3 days, 2 nights. I mean, what more of a rocket run can you ask for being out west? But we did fairly well. Really exciting memories to be made.
Yeah. And yeah, I think we'll do a little photo sharing to show you guys some of the stuff we did see. See if we get the see here. So the first night didn't see anything. Both of us got in late, and by the time we got the rental and got out to the desert,
I was going to say, can you count it as a night? I mean, by the time we really got out, it was already midnight. So I mean,
it was already like 2 a.m. by the time we got to the desert. So
yeah. So just with sheer exhilaration, we made it to our spot in the low desert. Crashed out for a good 5 hours, and then just went at it pretty hard.
Yeah, and I will say the place we chose the car camp at was somewhat scenic. So
it was cool, man. I mean, I was, to put it metaphorically, but literally, I was awoken to calls of cawing ravens. I mean, where Nate and I are, there's no such thing as ravens. It's just crows. But it was a very pretty place to be woken up to. Very quiet in the early draws of sunray.
yeah. Only problem was we got up so early they still had to wait like 3 hours before any place that served breakfast opened. So
Minor details. We took in the atmosphere, and then we earned our breakfast. It was a good breakfast, man. We went somewhere. I forgot the town we passed through, but I mean, real local Mexican breakfast brunch restaurant, rather authentic. Everybody spoke Spanish. They greeted you Spanish, so they're throwing down something.
Yeah, so authentic. They even have their green cards hanged up on the wall.
First thing you see, but you son of a gun, Nate. You son of a gun.
Yeah. But then we did head up to do you want us to say the spot, or should we kind of keep it the exact spot, kind of hush hush?
I mean, we went somewhere mountainous. Let's say that one of the mountain range in SoCal. I mean, that's as specific as it is. I mean, it's truth.
Yeah.
To try our hand at some montane stuff. So obviously, I mean, one of the goals is going to be Z's or Zonadas, mountain king snakes. But everything for the most part was just novel and great, including these western skinks. This is like a juvenile western skink.
Yeah, the Zonadas got to eat too. So if they're not there, there's nothing for them to eat. So
you say that, and I agree, but I automatically think of Hypsiclina food first.
Yeah.
And as luck would have it, some buddies would flip, which would be our first little snake. But these western skinks were cool. I like them. I mean, where I'm at, lizards are not locally abundant. They're pretty much extirpated, besides pockets in private land.
Pretty much the same here as well.
Yeah, it's crazy to think of. I mean, Midwest and lizards, you put two and two together, but not where we're at.
Yeah.
It's all good though. But yeah, these guys were killer, real variable. Like some of these males with the red side lining of the throat. And
there it is.
What a little unit.
Yeah, shout out to Rob. He, if you're not guys aren't following Rob's Snake Safari on Instagram, Rob Oliva, had him on the show before. Great guy. He was the one that flipped this guy, so he was the one that got our first snake of the trip.
Yeah, he cracked our Cali curse, but it wasn't a curse. It was our first day, so it was awesome that he had it with the flip. And arguably, this was the bigger of the two we seen.
Yeah.
Just by a smidge, it was definitely thicker. But night snakes are really cool with just like the head flattening. But I mean, they really look kind of viperine when they do that.
Yeah, it looked kind of like what do they call them? Like the night adders that down in like South Africa.
Night hours, yeah, for sure. But I also see pricey or price eye, which is probably obviously what they mimic. They mimic like the small crotalid's.
Yeah.
But the
So
pattern's real similar to like a fox snake with the Mickey Mouse.
it really is.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Kind of weird, but yeah. Oh, nice shot, dude. Yeah.
With the cell phone,
Dang.
that blurry thing.
Tongues out, funds out. Yeah, they had a real golden iris to them. They were cool snakes. Something we're not used to, obviously.
Yeah. And I guess here's kind of an example of like we call it alpine prairie almost that would have out there.
Meadow, because I mean, besides the perimeter, all the forbs aren't really huge. So like it's meadow.
Yeah. This is one little species of tarantula. I have no idea how to ID tarantulas. If you arachners can go ahead and try and ID that.
Yeah.
You weirdos can work on that yourselves.
So it wasn't that terribly big, just like the size of one of your digits.
Yeah.
Or finger pad.
Yeah, like about knuckle size.
Okay. I wonder if it was a youngling or full grown.
I imagine probably youngling, I would think. But like I said, I don't know nothing about tarantulas or spiders, especially ones out there. So
sure. That's funny. We traded tarantulas for centipedes. I didn't see too many big centipedes this time. Last time with Michael, we saw some chunkers, like some sizable guys, and I actually like centipedes. It'd have been cool to see some that big, but not our luck. But our luck would have it that Nate would find his lifer anectons, amazing anectons.
Yeah, that was high up on my list too. Since like I said, I have a San Diego gopher back at home, so I really wanted to see one of these guys, in the wild. And he was just on a trail too. So I can't even claim that I was one that spotted it. It was someone else spotted and told me to stop walking before I stepped on it. So
I mean, yeah, Jeff was pretty good at that, just seeing things on the crawl so casually. But I mean, the nice contrast on this little fella, it's this is a good one to see starting out. It's real pretty, contrasting when they're young.
Yeah,
well behaved for the most part. Photos.
Yeah, for the most part, I was. Yeah, at times he could be a little bit difficult, but.
And to be honest, man, that's really is, I think, pitch off as a whole from what I've heard and from my anecdotal experience with bulls. It takes a minute for them to calm down. I think definitely you want to make them feel secure right off the bat, and then they pause, or they just chill out, zone out.
Yeah. So, I was gonna say, this little bit of herping I did this afternoon. A little funny story.
Back to the place.
Yeah. You know how you have your little planter base that you put on top of stuff to make them, calm down.
Yeah.
Well, with one that we'll say this for another episode of what exactly I found. But one of the things I found that I was really excited to see, I trying to improvise something to put it under, other than just the old cup of hand over it trick, because I have both hands on the camera.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually took the lens cover and what do you even call that? That I guess hood, yeah, and just put the hood down, wide side on the bottom, and fed through the top, and then put the lens cover back on top of it, and little improvised hide to put them under.
Hey man, that's kind of how it starts out with. Because most snakes are pretty small enough to be doing that with. So
that one big one though, that might have been a bit too big.
Could be that, but that's when you upgrade. But yeah, man, it's good. It's a nice trick because they do calm down. Snakes like to feel secure. They're always in the shadow type critters. So anything to make them calm down quicker is always sweet.
Yeah, but like I said, that was a pretty photogenic pit. So
yeah, it was cool, man. So definitely enjoyed it. That was like well, that was our second, third, technically. No, second. Yeah.
Yeah, second. The third
Yeah.
one that was came after going up the cliffside, pretty much, or mountainside.
Yeah.
So, in case you're wondering, that is a lot of SoCal herping, but
Yeah, you definitely put in the hiking in, the hours in. It was a grind first day, but
yeah,
yeah,
elevation change is the name of the game.
yeah, we were pretty high up for the most part, most of the time. I mean,
Yeah.
if you have a photo of our third, you can pull it up.
The third snake or third
Yeah,
herp, because
I'd
those are
say,
different things.
yep, third snake, I would say.
Okay, you sure you don't want to do the amphibian gecko first?
Well, that's a good build-up. Why not? Let's do the old Ensatina. If you could, that'd be yeah. So again, Rob helped us out with the spotting on this guy with the flippage. I mean, what an animal and what a pattern.
Yeah, and like I said, it's like if a salamander was a gecko almost in how they look.
Yeah, man, they're definitely built more terrestrially than other geckos or geckos.
Other geckos.
See, it's already tripping me. It's full of me. All the salamanders of this build, you know. And I mean, first thinking out, it's like a PB&J gummy. It's hilarious, that color pattern, but really neat. Got some nice close-ups, yeah. Yeah, and their eyes are definitely situated like almost more forward facing.
Yeah, they really are fairly forward facing.
It's
I wonder
like,
how.
man,
I wonder how.
some decent. My bad. It probably does have some decent stereoscopic vision, man.
Yeah, I was about to say what's the range of their stereoscopic vision?
I mean, I can't imagine it being far.
Gotta be better. It's gotta be better than say ambistamids.
Oh, they're basically land eels, just they're going off of pure sensory cues.
Yeah.
Total chemoreception.
That actually might be the best pose right there that I got. But
yeah, I mean, it looks like a little lizard, dude. They're a great looking salamander.
Almost
really
kind of spoiled the third snake, fourth herp.
Oh, I didn't see nothing, but but yeah, great sows. It would be our only salamander, but that's usually how it goes. West Coast. It was for being the time period that it was. They say it was relatively dry already and not as. I mean, it's never mesic. That's wrong verbiage, but less water than usual.
Yeah,
not as green,
not as humid. So yeah, any salamander was a good salamander on that trip because Cali does have some really cool manders. So check another one off the lifer list.
Yeah, that was one that was totally unexpected. I just didn't think conditions were right. I was like, wow. When you called it out to me, I was like, oh, that's not what I'm doing.
Yeah, but again, shout out to Rob. On our first day, he kind of was the MVP of day hiking on spotting stuff for us. So
yeah, like what a great introduction to meeting him in person. Him being the MVP of our first day out in Cali. It's like you couldn't make it up. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, and he also found the third snake of the trip as well. In case you're wondering, it is Zanata. It is a coastal mountain king.
Yep, he was totally in the zen for the Sonata. I mean, he lucked up on like we said, every other herp that day, including our lifer Z. So what an awesome capping to a relatively laborious day, but like a fun day. Laborious.
Yeah. And in case you have heard in case you haven't heard the stereotype of Z herping, it is a lot of work. It is going up a lot of mountainsides, look underneath a lot of rocks, and hoping you're at the right place at the right time and the right weather conditions to see one of these guys.
I mean, in a sense, they're like more specific milk snakes. Like,
yeah. I mean, there are lampros.
I mean, it's not necessarily that they're hard. You just gotta, when the conditions are right, try it out. But where they're at, yeah, it can get a bit rough if you're doing it multiple times without really any reward. So high reward, high risk. kind of
Yeah.
the deal with these guys.
And it's because of these guys that we're kind of cagey on where we were going, because, you know, herpers can be notorious for ruining places for other herpers. Like on that one, like Alpine Prairie, there's like so many. There was obviously some unethical herpers that went through, I don't know how much longer before us, maybe a day before us, and flipped over a bunch of rocks and didn't put them back, like a bunch of jerks. And that was like on our third day there in Cali, and there's like so much cover that was like just flipped over and not put back. It's like you,
It leaves a bad stain for West Coast herping, just because Michael and I got to see a little bit of it, but nothing like that third day we saw out there. That was relatively ridiculous because they weren't heavy rocks, but if they were to ever flip them, don't attempt it. You know, I was there at that point. If it was too heavy, I still would flip it, but I learned very quickly not to do that. Ruins the microhabitat forever, and you're just like, what? What are you doing? You know, so yeah, that sucked. That was a bit of a negative aspect to it. So
yeah, and those rocks in particular, you saw how big they were. It would be more work to not put them back. It'd be less strenuous for you to just lift them partially up, get a complete look underneath, and just put them back down. So it's like you're just flipping them over, leaving them in the middle, completely exposed, completely ruin that microhabitat basically forever. You have to let the rocks where they are basically sit for another year or two before they're even good again. All because either A, you're lazy, or B, you like ruining everything for everyone else. It's like you want to be the only person to ever find a snake here, and then make it so no one else can find anything else there ever again.
Yeah, 100%. You just got to be lazy, because you have to know in your heart of hearts that that's ruining future usage for other critters. So that's just being lazy in my book. It's
so yeah.
You got to think about these landscapes out west. They can be pretty dynamic. You know, some parts they're inundated or they have more moisture, and then most of the time they're dry. So I mean, these rocks are definite refuge for stuff. So
yeah,
be better with your flippage.
Yeah, as Kratos would say, "Do not be sorry, be better."
Be better, yeah.
Or
hey. but
I'm quoting the game. I'm not being racist, okay?
You said I mean no. But
no. Now let me say some quotes from my favorite book of all time, "To Kill a Mockingbird."
There you go.
No.
There you go. That's the name we know. You heard it here, Ramblers. You heard it here.
Hey, I actually didn't really care either way for To Kill a Mockingbird, so.
Yeah, I don't remember the movie, so I don't.
Yeah, but yeah, it was Bryant working on his craft, like the master he is.
Yeah, this was like kind of like late in the game. What would you say it was about? What, like late evening at this point?
Yeah, maybe like an hour and a half before sunset. Maybe an hour before sunset. So
yeah, it was definitely at the last minute to see one of these guys. So pretty glad we did. And this Nate is showing it's a beautiful piece of montane habitat. I mean these mountain ranges and
hopefully it's not identifiable mountain range.
No, a majority of mountain ranges have those pine stands. So it's like, because I like those habitat shots too as much as the next person. Obviously, there can be identifiable land markers, but that was like perfect, just generic specialized habitat.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got our Z. That was, I mean, there was other herps as well. You know, we got our typical Scalopris and other guys, and then comes, you know,
the night cruising,
because obviously further west you go, especially southwest, herps are going to be quite active at night, certain majority of the year.
Yeah, and Jeff put us on to exactly when to go cruising, and we hit out the desert. And you feel comfortable sharing the general area we were in?
Oh yeah, we just say Anza Borrego.
Borrego. Yeah, the roads in and around Anza Borrego.
It's such a huge area, so yeah.
Yeah, get there basically from going down from the mountains down into the desert in the time between sunset and moonrise. is the best. Apparently, the best time, especially at least during a full moon, to go herping when there's a waxing. I think waxing or waning. I don't know. I'm not familiar with my lunar terminology, but a much reduced moonlight is you can pretty much go all night. But when there's a full moon, apparently you have to hit that pocket of time right in between when it starts to get dark and before the moon rises. At least for non sand basin species. So going down into Anza, we got our third snake of the trip.
Yeah, and I should be better with this, but it's either desert glossy or Cali glossy. So regardless, it was a nice introduction to California's one of California's species of glossies, which are really cool. There's not a best way to put it. They are cool, but they're like a real generic looking colubrid, like a mix of maybe a little bit of pit, Pantherophis, and I guess a little bit of Lamprepeltis. So really a mix of all the colubrids, but very generic looking.
It's an AI generated colubrid.
It's the closest to naturalized AI colubrid we got. But it's not to take away.
I'm sure there's some glossy fan out there who hates us now for saying that.
Yeah. No, but I did like the color though. Coloration was pretty nice.
Yeah.
It was a cool snake to
me. Yeah. Let's see if I can.
Yeah, man. And as the first night continues, it was pretty fruitful. It was a nice, again, introduction into just a little sampling of night cruising in Cali.
Yeah, but then we also did something that you more associate with West Texas, but it's also true, I'm guessing, for pretty much all the Southwest. We did a little cut shining, and I kid you not, Jeff took us to this one cut, and we basically just got out of the car, and before we even tried looking, we saw our first snake on the cut. This like halfway grown rosy boa.
Yeah,
just pulled up to this spot, and 2 seconds in.
I thought it was a river for a moment.
2 seconds in, got a boa.
All right, I gotta send a pic to Bryant.
You gotta send a pic to Rob.
Oh yeah, and Rob. Let me get one basic one.
Yeah, so Rob was the MVP of the daytime. Jeff was the MVP of the nighttime. No, wait, hold on. I think we actually found more snakes that night than Jeff did. So.
Well, again, it's not a competition, but it's nice to highlight that. Yeah, we found snakes on our own and whatnot. But basically, I mean, this Rosie,
on purpose too.
But like this Rosie, we all would have seen it. It was at the base of your foot, Nate. It was wild how soon, just right off the bat. I mean, shout out to Jeff.
It was
eagle eye.
It was like base of the cliff, basically, on the other side of the road from where we parked. I just shine a light there, and it's like, there's a snake. That was
nice.
Easy.
It's nice to cross off a Rosie. They're lovely snakes, real inquisitive critters. Whenever you come into contact with them, they're just
kind of a pain to photograph because they never stop moving. But
truly a pain. Like even with my planner trick, it just kept going. It stopped. It paused for a little bit more so than most Rosies would, but still, it kept going.
Yeah, those things are like the Energized Bunny when it comes to trying to photograph them, and just nonstop.
Which is funny because typically you associate boas with like slow, staggered. You wouldn't think of stamina and boa being in the same sentence, but here you go with these guys.
Marathon runners of boa day.
Yeah. The Red Tails would be proud, but really cool snake, but not our last, as luck would have it. Not even luck. I mean, it was a great introduction. The whole day and night. The first day was great.
Now, I saw this guy, but you didn't because he managed to actually escape. But we did see a thread snake.
Yep.
That
right
was
around
caught,
the corner.
Yeah, it was caught in a Black Widow's web. So
freaking wild. How did he must have fell?
He managed to get his head underneath like a little bit of rock or something and just started leveraging his way down, pulling himself further and further down. So
you got lucky.
Absolute crazy observation. This is my life with thread snake, and it's in a Black Widow web. Probably not long for this world. Crazy way to get a life.
Yeah, that's another way to get a lifer. Yeah, super cool observe. That was from Blaine. So yeah, I mean that was
almost.
Oh, that's crazy. You getting video right now still?
Yeah.
Look at him go. It's like a battle. he been stung yet?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe the widow's like, oh, this is too much of a meal for me to handle. So just, oh, oh.
Like he may have stung him right there. Couldn't really see.
Yeah, like I said, see, he got his head underneath the bit of a rock, and then that's what he started to use to pull himself down and out.
Go thread snake. Get in
Yeah.
the hole.
But I definitely think that Black Widow, like you said, was wary.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it had full control of the situation. It could have been in it multiple times.
Just
Just
the rock now.
And like Jeff was saying, red snakes, when they musk, it stinks. He said it smells like dead ants and phosphoric acid. So, you think this is a Brahmini or?
No, it's just the Leptotyphlops.
Yeah, so now you got the scientific name as well. Thank you, Jeff.
A wee eye, I think.
a well of knowledge, that Jeff. He was fantastic to chat it and hang out with.
Yeah. Classic Black Widow.
Reminds me of Frodo being stuck in a spider's web.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's moving too much now. Huh?
Yeah, I think that's like my first time seeing Black Widows.
You heard me talking. Like, hey, I hear no bell. Yeah. People like talk about the indomitable human spirit, the indomitable threat snake spirit. That's what you need to live by.
Always thinking by thread. Yeah.
Let's see what you did there. See what you did there.
So bad that the spider doesn't want to eat him.
It's just like cutting the web loose, or
I don't know if he's gonna cut the web,
but yeah, just
if you pick them up, they will
get that little bit of head underneath that rock and just use it to pull yourself out.
He gone. Yeah. Wow. What a cool little struggle.
Yeah. And we also got was this a lifer for you as well, or did you?
Oh, 100%, 100%. I didn't even know Phylodactys ranged into like a USA, so this was cool.
Yeah, little leaf-toed geckos. Yeah, kind of see on the
why they get their name, yeah, especially on your ring or index.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a nice capture. Yeah, really interesting geckos, natives. I mean, the main thing is that they're typically a tropical genera. You know, they're from mostly Mexico down to Central America.
Yeah. So really interesting looking toes.
Yeah, they're all bifurcated. It's just it's kind of odd. I'm not a fan of it, but I'm a fan of its function. Because I mean, look at these guys; they can grip.
Yeah, like most geckos.
Except a few other geckos that we saw later that night.
Fair enough. So yeah, that's a decent look.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's like you're really right up on it. Nice.
And then this was the second snake we found all on our own that night, which was a big target for you apparently. I mean, I'm cool finding it as well, but I didn't even really think about finding
the night just keeps getting even better. Got a Cali lyre snake.
Like I said.
No, that was really nice. I love true Morphodon. So the fact that we just pulled up, we saw it, just a thin little thing. Imagine, a yearling corn snake, but like 2x
the length,
2x, or the mass, the girthness, like just a thin little wire, and to spot it. And I love the pattern, man. The dorsal of this guy, especially the head sphere. It's like a dragon.
The head and base of the neck is really interesting, broken up pattern.
I mean, I've seen dragons and stuff, man. It's cool.
And you got that classic V shape where they get the name from.
Liar fire, man. There's a reason. I mean, it's just what a fire back. So that was great to see, great to spot. Again, all in our first night, just wham, bam, left and right.
How many species of lyres have you found? Because this is my second.
This would be, I believe, either my third or fourth.
Okay, so I have some catching up to do. So Trimorphodon is kind of an underrated genus.
Yeah, underrated. That's definitely one if you try to target or at least try to study, because there's really not that. Most of the studies you'll see academically on these guys is them being prey items for like a Drymarkin or just something. So they don't have a good reputation academically.
It's like the one student that teachers only know about because they get bullied.
oh yeah, these guys get more than bullied; they get devoured. So it's a little unfortunate.
I'm kind of curious. Let's see here. Now I'm curious off the top of my head how many species of Trimorphodon are there?
Either not that many officially, but maybe much more unofficially type of deal.
Yeah.
Like you said, they are underrated.
Good idea for maybe a PhD study someday. Who knows?
And, yeah. Why not? Yeah, man. Why not? And so I'm curious if you have any photos of this, maybe not, but obviously we won't be the only herpers in SoCal, whether it's locals or people out of state just like us. We did cross by surprisingly only a few parties of other quote unquote herpers, naturalists. One of these groups had a really special cool snake, shovel nose. I don't know if it was the Colorado Desert one or the Sonora, or probably not the Sonora.
I think I saw a picture somewhere, but let me.
Mojave, but really cool little fossorials.
That was I think that was the next night that we saw that.
I could have sworn we seen one with a group the first night.
Maybe
it was because I remember
that's just the ones that's just how it's showing up in my photo albums the next night, but for some reason I don't know why. But
no, I remember it's either before or after the liar. It was definitely before.
It was before the liar, because I remember you were like, oh, maybe try and go and photograph it again, and because you couldn't find it, we kept it going, and that's how we managed to see the liar snake. So
yeah, it was one of those things, just being half-hearted. Enjoyed seeing it, but kind of wanted to see if we had luck finding our own. We pseudo did kind of with Jeff, but besides that, they were cool little snakes, man. Came in different color palettes.
Might have been it, but I don't think so. I don't think it has enough red on it.
No, that was the third. Well, no, it was probably the second night.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Chironius, I think. I don't know. I'm not good on the Latin on these guys, but really cool.
I'm trying to think. Well, we did meet up with Blaine. We actually met up with him kind of ironically right when he found a snake. Oh, I remember how this one was found. This was with Mike. This is one Mike was carrying with him. That's where that shovel nose was from.
Okay, yeah, him and his girl.
But that was he pulled up on us right after Blaine found this desert shovel nose. Like we literally just saw him pull over while we were going the other way. Didn't even know who it was. It's like, oh, what is this guy seeing? It was like, oh wait, it's Blaine.
Oh yeah, this little, what was it, like a spotted saddle leaf nose, something like that. Yeah.
So, do you count that as a lifer because you were right there when someone spotted it, or because it wasn't organized yet? You're like, eh.
Yeah, I would say for me, this definitely isn't as defined. It's loosely. I would say for being as close as we were to them encountering it, I would say, yeah, I would say it's a lifer in that we observed it, but
it wasn't our glory, so to speak.
Yeah, so it's like 50% lifer. It's like medium rare. You want that well done lifer where you find it yourself. You're in the same proximity as the serpent. So Michael.
Yeah, it's a coupon lifer, so to speak.
It's a discount lifer. Yeah, discount lifer. That's actually a great analogy. Yeah, but still, again, cool stuff. We never really got into it, but I think Michael also found one as well. He found a couple later on.
Oh, that was after we found something else on our own.
Yeah, so
that was the second night. Well, second full night, I should say.
Second full night, but this little recap of the day. Saturday. We tried the low desert. We tried Anza, just to give it a go in the daytime, see what kind of saurians were soaking up the sun. And surprisingly, again, can't predict this kind of stuff, but the weather conditions weren't. I don't know. I've been there before. It felt relatively similar, but for some reason, they weren't really out. The side blotches and some of the usual suspects, but in lower quantities this time.
Yeah.
But still, we got it was nice walking that desert canyon, real scenic, just a great vista, a great hike, and we got to go to a little oases at the end. It was nice.
Yeah. Oh, that was more on the coast a little bit. see here.
Yeah, so we got to hit some regions. We did get to do all three. Well, montane,
Coastal,
desert, coastal. Yeah.
and that's the oasis at the head of the canyon.
Yeah, there's quite a few oases out SoCal, and like had we spent a bit more time, because I swear I saw some like there were some tropical birds I seen, like I think either a honey creeper or something. I mean, it was like black and green. There were some crazy birds out there, and I assuredly so. If we had spent more time, probably some herps too. But no, this was mainly planned as our day hike. You know, you get what you can take. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah. But yeah, it didn't take too long for the morning for it to start heating up a lot.
And that's us hiking early. I mean, we started like around 7, a little bit before.
Yeah. It wasn't so bad when it started, but on the way back,
On the way back, it was toasty, yeah. But that's why you do it early like that.
Yeah, so you don't die. Yeah, then we hit the coastal region. Met up with some family of mine happens to live out there, so we met up with them, went walk around this one place, and we did get this was that Western Spiny? Is that what that is?
It's either a Western Spiny or what's the other one? Not crevice. Some kind of scalopers. Yeah, because they were relatively sizable.
I was gonna say it's bigger than any fence.
Yeah. No, that was a nice break, and just kind of catching up with your relatives that live out there. It was quite enjoyable spending time with them.
They did get to see a peregrine falcon, 2 actually.
Yeah, so that is funny that we did mix that the second day, but yeah, it was pair.
Yeah,
Nice.
that peregrine. I think it's might be a lifer for me. I assume some other time, but yeah.
Not a strained flap in sight, just straight cruise control, man. It's just they use the thermals quite well, or just the updraft, whatever. Yeah, because it was quite windy, westerly winds or whatever.
Yeah, and after that, started going back inland.
Mm-hmm.
We might have hit up an in and out on the way back in.
A couple dozen of times, yeah.
Yeah. Then we started going down, basically the same route we took the first full night, from the mountains back down to the desert, where we got our one and only rattler of the trip, and the bane of my existence, an Oreganus complex, the Sopac, Crotalus helleri.
The Bane or the Oreganus orchestrator? Because I mean, now you just have 1 or 2 left. I mean, come on.
Yeah, was it Abyssus? Is there any other?
Oh, we discussed. I think it's just Abyssus, man. Until they start dividing them up even more, it should be just Abyssus.
Yeah. I guess next month's season, I got to hit up Arizona and make at least one stop to the Grand Canyon.
Someday, man. Yeah, that'd be pretty epic. That'd be pretty fun. But yeah, it was a nice little. Not neonatal. It had like what 2, 3 buttons. You probably got a shot with the buttons or not.
I don't know if I had any with the buttons, but I don't think it's. Oh, they got a bit of the buttons, but 1, 2, 3 buttons maybe. The thing is, with rattlers, how they can break out their buttons all the time.
Yes.
And that was way too big to be a youngster.
No, man, you'd be surprised. Yeah, I mean, I would believe it. Several sheds, I believe it'd get that big. I mean, especially like the terminal button, the way it tapers, that's pretty indicative, like neonatal. So I think it's young. I think it's.
You think it was born last summer or something like that?
Yeah, definitely like last year's baby. So it's like at least a year or something.
That's pretty big, in my opinion. But I don't think maybe a 2-year. But
I'll think about it. It was like a little bit less than 18-inch. I mean, I think rattlers can get kind of big.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion looking at it. I mean, it wasn't huge. I mean, think about it. They can get 3.5, 4, 5 sometimes foot. Helleri.
Yeah. And then
Blaine with the saddleback leaf nose, right?
And Mike with a shovel nose. Then we found this DOR one that For shovel
Humongous.
nose is big. Why'd it have to be a DOR?
Unfortunate. And Jeff was saying for the most part, when they get this size, they're typically females, as we would see later on the night. But before that, you might have some other encounters we had that night, which were of the low desert, which were these guys, the eyelid geckos, the desert
Banded.
banded geckos, Coleonyx.
Yeah. It's like, I asked my people, what if we can make leopard geckos in America? And they're like, wow, what a great idea. Made American leopard geckos. They're huge. They're amazing. They're beautiful. I asked my folks. I asked my experts. They all said they're the best. So.
Yeah, the low desert roads were kind of not riddled, but there were so many. There was quite a few we didn't stop for that were like, were they geckos? But because a lot of times these guys would have their tails kind of up, like they had higher stance that you can notice them on the roads. So they're pretty plentiful.
Yeah, they were, and it's like, no, it's like people are saying these are American leopard geckos. I'm like, no, leopard geckos are just Ayatollah bandit geckos. That's how it is, folks.
Ayatollah. I mean, as the name suggests, they did have different. Yeah, that's definitely not a gecko. We found a sleeping scalopers.
It was on the middle of the road too.
It's so odd, so crazy.
A little side blotch with the side eye.
Definitely side eye, sleepy side eye. That one had a great looking pattern. Getting leopard vibes.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, whenever someone tells you lizards are slow, just show them this.
That's another thing, yeah.
Now it wants to just be fancy.
They were quite agile.
Yeah, that was actually, it wasn't even running that hard that time. Those things, when they wanted to, they turn on the nitro. You'd be surprised. You're like, I didn't know geckos move like that.
Yeah, and that would spook us sometimes. So be prepared, herpers. They're pretty fast.
Little banded gecko.
And then Jeff came through for us again.
Yeah, with the shovel nose, a dirty bicolored shovel nose, and the huge too, about as big, if not a bit bigger than that DOR. And then this one was a female as well, kind of anecdotally supporting what he was saying about that. I like the faces on these guys. You know, mostly invert eaters, especially like scorpions and whatnot, or the centipedes as well.
Yeah.
But as you would think, for most sorrels, never stop moving was pretty much a pain to photograph. But
It was, yeah.
it was a
And
delight to
especially,
see.
you can't even use your podder, your planter trick on because you're on
Just on
sand,
sand.
and these guys just go right down into it. It's like, it's keep your hands on pretty much. Otherwise, they're just gone.
Yeah, you know what I realized? This is probably the inspiration for the sandworm and Beetlejuice. I mean, it's the same black and white.
I was going to go for Tremors, but sure.
No, I mean, yeah, black and white, exactly like the worm and Beetlejuice, the Doom one. So kind of crazy. Yeah.
And then we went, Mike, get some more stuff. Got that. Another skink. This is our last day.
Yeah, we wanted to do a bit more montane herping as a last day. I mean, conditions just seemed right. It was brisk and it's relatively sunny, and you know, as you would cap it off with, you know, we found another Zonata, and what a rush.
Yeah, this might have been an even prettier one too.
Yeah, it was definitely looked like it was going to come out of shed anytime soon. So that's saying something's quite pretty even in shed, but and a bit bigger than that first one.
Yeah, and this was in a place that had like a controlled burn not that too long ago, as you can see from the kind of burnt pine needles.
Mm-hmm. Which made for a nice contrast setting. You know, this real nice background.
Yeah.
And the black zippering through like the middle of the dorsum. Just overall, I really like this one. You know, they're all pretty snakes, but that was definitely prettier. I was like, oh, you got your shot of the scorpion. There was a few.
Yeah,
scorpions.
that thing, I tried to call it over, but this guy just went backwards right down that little hole right there.
That's a cool one. I mean, that looks like an African species. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah. Again, arachnids, have at it. I'm trying to ID this thing. Leave it in the comments. Boost our algorithm a little bit. If you can ID a scorpion, like and subscribe.
Oh man, you're the one with macro, dude. That would have been sweet to get macros of.
Yeah, there's no chance I would have gotten a photo off of this guy before he, went underground. But
Forceps might have to be the next move. We'll see.
I thought about getting forceps, and then got another San Diego night snake as well with Blaine.
Yeah.
Now I'm playing with Mike. Yeah, Mike. Sorry, Mike. Yeah.
Yeah, and some awesome habitats. Just you know what? This kind of herping reminds me of Missouri with the forest matrix and then kind of glady intermingling of it all. Really similar to Missouri, but in different contexts.
Huh.
So that's kind of how I would paint it.
Then we went all the way down, basically almost to the border, and managed to get one last snake for the trip. And what a snake it was.
Yeah, we were damn near border crossing, to be honest. We were so close to the line. And yeah, man, that place felt and looked snaky. And as we talked about the ratio to sketchiness and snakiness, there is some correlation there. So what a little ripper. This little,
The lower the tax bracket, the higher the snake diversity.
oh boy. Yeah, I mean DEI is in the building once you're places like that. So
I know what your definition of DEI is, so I'm not going to repeat it. So
I don't know, but yeah, nice to get. It's kind of poetic that this would be our last snake, but amazing that'd be a Cali snake, leaving Cali with a Cali.
and such a beautiful natural phase of Cali King as well.
Yeah, in California especially, there are a lot of phenotypes for California king snakes. That is kind of like their mecca is California.
Sounds like it's in their name.
Yeah, look at that. It just looks like a freaking like traffic lane.
It looks like a clover leaf almost. It looks like a development that will ruin a bunch of farmland.
Oh no! Well, I can definitely see the Cali curves too. As scenic as that was, man, it was tiring. It's just like, when will it end on some of these passes?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you though, honestly, as bad as the Cali curves were around San Diego, there's someone who has to driven up to Mendocino area from San Fran. They're not that bad compared to like North Cali mountains. So.
No, this is the magic, man. That this is my second go around Cali and traffic, obviously because we go away from where the people are, but we had pretty good fortune traffic wise, not terrible.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. Next time you think of doing a Cali trip, are you looking at going somewhere out of the SoCal area, maybe more like Central Valley, maybe, or North Cali, get some other species?
Oof, that's a good toss-up, man. I have been thinking about like Central South still, California. I mean,
well, like Bakersfield.
I would need context. I don't know where that's at.
I think Bakersfield's like the most southern end of the Central Valley.
So where's San Fran?
San Fran is like, if you kind of look at the topographical map of California, it's like the Central Valley is completely surrounded by mountains on either side, but on the coastal side, the mountains come all the way up until they almost meet, and then there's a little bit of an inlet and bay, and that's where San Fran is. And it's it's like dead center on the coastal side of the Central Valley.
I think there's definite promise with salamanders and snakes. So
yeah, maybe try and get those infamous San Fran garters.
Yeah, the ones you can actually kind of look for. So
yeah, and me personally, we've had Marcus on. I'd love to meet up with him and go looking for those giant aquatic garters.
That seems like it would need to be in the works just to see those legends. See if the legends are true.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty unreal. Yeah, I mean, California's a huge state, man. It definitely won't be the last time. Definitely will probably plan it later in the year. Just I was curious how early May would be. And of course, you can't predict weather conditions to a degree. I
I mean, you can predict moon cycle, but
I'm glad you didn't give me crap the first night because I was like, holy crap, man, there's no way we're here again on the full moon. I was like, I didn't plan it, I didn't look. I was like, wow. But I mean,
Yeah, I had to double check what my big trip is if I accidentally screwed myself over or not. So we need to start next time we plan a trip. We really need to take that in consideration. I need to leave that in my Google Notes, like check moon cycle.
yeah, this needs to be a mental check. It's hilarious, but we did good anyway. So that was funny.
And then got one last in and out, got the rental all cleaned up, nice and spiffy and pretty looking, so they don't charge us extra. And got back to the airport and went our separate ways.
Yeah, I mean, it was good to leave on a high. I think there wasn't any other way it could have been better. I'm glad it capped off the way it did. Well, it was a nice sampling for SoCal, like a really nice sampling. So
yeah, what's crazy? In 3 days in San Diego, we might have seen more. I think we saw more snakes than we did in like a week in Colombia.
I believe it, dude. I believe it. It's the truth.
So, yeah. So next time you think about going to Colombia, don't just go to San Diego.
Yeah, leave Colombia trips for us, okay? Just go to Cali.
I mean, you'll be surrounded by about the same percentage of Spanish native Spanish speakers. So,
nah, man, that's definitely an uptick in Colombia. Get your real Duolingo skills and play.
yeah. Or just go back to college and have kids degree that requires you to take 3 semesters of Spanish. So,
yeah, what do they call that? Like when you're away, not boarding, but what's the
what?
Help me out when you're away to a different country from your own for
Or an
school.
exchange?
Well, I mean, technically yes, but there's another term for it. It'll come to me. It'll come to me eventually.
Wow.
No biggie. But yeah, man. I mean, the only thing I could say that could be added from this trip obviously would be a day or two. A day or two would have been nice.
A different week that didn't have a full moon would have been nice, but
and now that we know, just because Michael was there a week longer, because basically that was the second day he herped with us, so we kind of got to see his ventures and findings, and it seemed like
and he got the thing that you were gunning so hard for, but
wouldn't say gunning because we didn't really go to we didn't go to the right spots, but Aruba would have been fantastic. And
I was talking
also,
about Massacopus.
I know, yeah, I was leading up to it. Yep. Red racers, red racers, they call Cali coach with.
Yeah, I was so hoping to see a Ruber, but well, I was also hoping to see a Sidewinder. The closest we saw was actual tracks in the sand, but
which is cool. But obviously, the present snake would have been better. Yeah. So those are definitely 2 big targets that would have been nice to find, but it just leaves food on the table for more.
Yeah.
Yeah, he saw quite a few coach whips. I mean, out west, coaches are not the easiest thing to get a grab on or even really target. I mean, they like it hot, so typically you're not going to enjoy looking for them. And it's usually real sporadic, the encounter, either on the road or in habitat. It's almost not negotiable. They're so fast.
Yeah. So, but yes, recap of our Cali trip. We had some stuff to talk about off air, but anything you want to talk about to wrap up this episode? Anything else you want to talk about?
I mean, at this point in time of recording this, guys, herp season is in full effect. So enjoy your time outdoors. It doesn't just have to be herping. As long as you're naturalist oriented, just enjoy being part of nature as much as you can be. Enjoy this onset of summer. We will keep pumping these episodes as we keep finding herps and other outdoorsy stuff interesting. Nate has a relatively big trip coming up. No real spoilage on that, but we'll have guests. We'll have all the rendezvous.
And we're coming up on the podcast 5-year anniversary too. So I got a little something special planned for that.
That'll be fun to discuss. Yeah. But as we would put it, Ramblers, we're kind of ending our rambling. So you can take it away, Nate.
Once again, ladies and lizard folks, this has been Reptile Ramblings. I've been joined by my vociferous co-host, Mr. Bryant McDowell. And as always, I'm Nate Truex. You can find him on Instagram at Don_Bond Jr. and me at n.j.truex. Or you can follow the podcast on Instagram, Crocast, CROCKAST _podcast. Yeah, so we try to keep things announcing like when new episodes published and stuff like that. And if you want to reach out to the podcast, that's the way to do it, through the Instagram page. Or you can message one of us. Nothing obscene though, okay?
Let's hope. All right, Ramblers. Yeah, we'll catch you on the next ep.